Good morning, students. Today we are going to understand the use of some common idioms and vocabularies. As learning vocabularies and idioms is very important nowadays, so that we can impose these in our daily life and enhance and promote our way of interacting and reciprocating with others. Also, the talk becomes more impactful. Let us understand some common idioms and daily words in just one genre. As here you can see, idioms and vocabularies are signified accordingly. So first we'll go with idioms and then vocabularies. I hope students you all are well acquainted, that is well aware with this expression. Basically, this idiom is a group of words in a fixed order that has a particular meaning that is very different from the meanings of each word on its own. The first idiom is blessing in disguise, which means that something seems bad or unlucky at first, but later on you tend to feel that it was actually the best thing that could have happened to you. For example, the first one, when Ram fractured his knee, it was a blessing in disguise. Why? Because he got that required rest which he needed the most. Second example is, missing the train was a blessing in disguise for Reena, because if she hadn't, she wouldn't have met her best friend there. Second idiom is a snowball effect. Like students, you just suppose if you roll a small snowball down the snowy hill, it will fall down, and as it descends it will collect more and more snow and therefore will quickly grow both in size and in speed. In the similar way, when we describe a situation in which popularity, fame, etc. grows quickly, we say that this is a snowball effect. Let us see the first example. The city hopes that these improvements will have a snowball effect and will lead to immense success. That means the city hoped that the signified improvements will have the effects at a faster rate with rapid growth. And here immense means a lot of. Second example is, the success of these women has had the snowball effect of bringing more women into the sports. That is, the women's success in sports had brought up a rapid growth in bringing other women to the sports. The next idiom is as right as rain, which means to be in a perfect health, to be in a good order, especially after you get recuperated, like after you overcome your illness. Let us see the first example. After I kept all my work aside and looked after my unwell mother, she became as right as rain. Like after I closed all my work and I took a proper care of my mother, she became healthy again. Our next example is, have a cup of tea. It will make you feel as right as rain. Like it will make you feel in a good order. Coming to the last idiom of this week, which you have to learn, understand and use it on your daily basis, is beat around the bush, which means to avoid coming to the point or to delay in approaching a topic directly or say precisely. Precisely means accurately. Let us come to the first example. Please quit beating around the bush and tell me what you really want. That means, please stop bringing up the topic in a roundabout way and directly come to the point of like what you really want. Second is, why can't you get straight to the point instead of beating around the bush? Coming to the vocabularies, our first word of this week is resilient. How do we pronounce it as? Resilient. Like if something that is resilient, that means it is strong. not easily damaged by being hit or being squeezed. The tense is adjective. Let us come to the examples. The first example is, it is the story of a resilient fisherman who continued fishing for his livelihood in the same pond that took his wife and son in the flood. This means that he was resilient enough to earn his livelihood from the same pond where he lost his family in the flood. Second is, a diamond is the hardest, most resilient, most beautiful gem of all. Gem is jewel. Our second word is lament. So students, it is not pronounced as lament but lament. It is an expression of sadness for someone who has died or for something that has ended. The tense of this word is noun. Examples are, let us see the first one. While most people enjoy birthdays, today is a sad day for me, as I lament my increasing age. That is, I feel sad about my increasing age and the declining beauty. Second is, while a college education is important, I can't help but lament the high cost of tuition. That is, I can only feel sorry about the high cost of tuition fees. Our next word is Ulteria. You can see in the pronunciation, Ulteria. We are not pronouncing R. We are just taking at the last as A. Okay, Ulteria. Which means that something that you have kept hidden or secret. Like intentionally you have kept something concealed, hidden or secret. And the tense of this word is adjective. For examples, let us see the first example. She had an ulterior purpose for helping them out. That means she had a hidden reason for helping others. Second example is, why is he suddenly being so nice to me? He must have an ulterior motive. That means he must have a secret motive for being so nice to me. Coming to the last word of this week is Alexa. As you can also see the pronunciation, students, Alexa. Alexa. The meaning of this word is like it's a liquid that is considered to have magical powers. Or you can also say that it's a medicinal solution, it's a medicinal portion that is magical liquid that cures the problem at hand. The tense of this word is noun. Let us see the first example. It's another health product claiming to be the elixir of life. That means the health product which claims to be a portion, a magical liquid that grants eternal life. The second example is, the salesman was selling an elixir that he said would protect us all from the plague. That is, it's a magical product that would protect us from this disease, plague.